But these are great because they tell stories of Wales.
Yeah.
That we hope will mean something outside of Wales.
Yeah.
Not just things that, we can talk about ourselves, but things that will resonate.
Yeah, internationally.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Amarohid, of course. And,
Of course.
And this is the latest one, the headliner. Tells the story of David Lloyd George, who was the man who invented the 3-year rule for maturing whiskey. So it was actually it was a Welshman who inadvertently created a multi-billion-pound industry for Scotland.
Of course, they owe us.
Big time.
What? How did that come about?
So it's the Immature Spirits Act in 1915.
Yeah.
I think
David Lloyd George is going, grow up, will you?
Yeah.
Don't be so immature.
Don't be so immature.
Yeah.
It was a case of, I think they were trying to suppress the sale of alcohol, really, because obviously they wanted people to turn up for work and not drink too much. The story goes he was teetotal. I don't know if that's true, actually.
No, secret drinker.
I think so.
Closet like George.
Yeah. And of course a headliner, because he was a very controversial character.
Yeah.
But he brought in this rule which was which effectively raised the quality standard of malt whiskey generally. That you couldn't call it whiskey unless it had been in barrels for 3 years.
So were the Scots not maturing?
No, they were
Prior to David Lloyd George?
People would have been storing it in barrels.
Yeah.
And then probably discovering that, it's been in the barrel for quite a long time. It's actually a bit nicer than it was.
Okay. But he made it law.
So he made it law.
Oh.
So it became very formal at that point.
Grief.
And so we kind of thought that was exports from Scotland now. The whiskey is £5.5 billion a year. £5.5 billion a year.
So surely
industry.
Surely the Lloyd Georges should take some kind of cut for that at this point.
They should do. Yeah.
Or we should get some T-shirts printed just saying you owe us.
So let me show you how we would normally do it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is warm
it
and put your hand over the top there
to hold in right.
And you got to give it a touch because you're obviously
Welsh, yes. Now it's Welsified.
That's right. And then when you nose it, just gently, because there's a lot of alcohol in the glass.
Right.
So gently to your nose, each side. Woof. And it's fairly typical Penderyn.
Yeah.
It's quite fruity.
Yeah.
On the nose.
Great.
The fruit's coming straight up at you.
No, there's a lot going on.
So, I mean, you would normally, I think, sip this neat as it is.
Yeah.
You could add a couple of drops of water, which would just soften it a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
But you could get
I
arrested.
don't think this needs it, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. And then when you taste it,
Yeah.
the first taste, just a little bit in the front of your mouth, and don't worry about it. And then second taste is when you really want to get it around in your taste, chew it around the front of your mouth. Judge it on the second sip, really, because the first sip, you're just getting used to the alcohol.
Right.
So that's what you would, maybe iechyd da.
Iechyd da. Yeah. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Ooh. Like Christmas.
It is. Well, that's a good description, because it's quite rich, isn't it? Quite rich and fruity.
Yeah.
You're getting some fruitiness out of the different casks.
Right.
And you're getting, a little bit of sweetness there. And it's just, very rich.
Yeah.
One of the things I think we do quite well with Penderyn, when we do these sort of richer maturations.
Yeah.
Normally with the fortified wines, with the port and the Oloroso sherry, things like that.
Yeah.
And the rich Madeiras, which are very hard to come by.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic. It's really good.